Switching gears just a little bit, looking back at the very beginning of the season, the Capitals had the best alumni weekend they've ever had,
Pretty
celebrating
awesome.
50 years in the National Hockey League, more than 70 guys coming back and being a part of it. It was so much fun, Tarek, and seeing so many guys and doing so many interviews and telling so many stories. I don't know that we're ever going to have a better reunion of former Capitals than what we saw at the beginning of this season. We had a blast.
The best thing for me and you was catching up with guys we covered on a daily basis.
Yes.
But the other best thing, and that, I feel like that's a little selfish. The other best thing was watching the guys catch up with their teammates. Their brothers, guys they went to battle with, guys they were, they worked and blood, sweat, and tears for 7 days a week for 7 months. Seeing those guys who hadn't had a chance to catch up over the years. And now they're seeing each other for the first time in, call it 5, 10, 15, whatever it's been. That was really cool. I wasn't part of those conversations, but you could see them happening, right? Bruce Boudreau walks in and Mike Green comes over. And then, John Carlson walks over. And you can see them just catching up. They hadn't talked. Maybe they just texted, but they hadn't seen each other in a while. So seeing that, it just really warmed the heart. It was just really cool. And, I think for us, we were able to bank some pretty good interviews with guys that we'll be sharing with the fans here over the next several weeks.
Yeah, and one of those we want to see right now, a guy that I had in Hershey, scored one of the biggest goals in Bears history to send him to a Calder Cup final in 2006. Played outdoors in Pittsburgh. He was a Capital a couple of different times, and a guy who's had a very nice NHL career. The old F-16 coming in for a landing recently with Tarek and I on the set. Here's our chat with Eric Fehr.
Best nickname in sports. Love it.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't get any better than this here on Rink Report. F-16 just showed up here on the set. Eric Fehr joining us here. Eric, between Hershey and Washington, man, we've covered a lot of ground together. It is so good to see you back here. How great is it to see all the faces that you knew when you played here?
It's awesome. It feels great to be back in D.C. It feels like home, like the plane lands and you know where you're going and it just feels like you're back. So it's pretty special to be here and to see all the guys. I feel like I covered a few eras here with all the guys. So it's great to see everybody again.
So let's cut right to it, man. You were here early on in Alex Ovechkin's career. He's now pulling up on Wayne Gretzky. What's that like watching from afar?
It's awesome to watch, and I obviously personally hope he breaks it just so that I can say I played with the best goal scorer in the hockey history. So it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to have a lot of excitement around the season this year.
Some of the memories early on, like being around Alex and the goals that were scored early on, any particular memories that stand out from those days when you're playing alongside him?
Well, I remember the flaming stick.
Everyone says that, yeah.
Thomas Fleischman just brought that up.
Yeah.
So Ovi actually talked to us the day before and said, guys, like, I'm going to do something. And we're like, well, what are you going to do? And we're trying to get it out of him. Probably trying to talk him out of it, but he has that personality where he just wants to do the fun stuff on the ice. So that was cool. That was a memory for sure. And he just scored so many nice goals that you can't even really pencil one. It was just amazing to watch, to get a front row seat every game. And
I want to grab that little bit just for a second. You knew it was coming. Like, he was talking about it ahead of time. This was not spontaneous. He did it.
And
you knew
think he said that it was spontaneous, but he was talking about it the day before. The cat's out of the bag now. So
my favorite part about that whole celebration was poor Mike Green. He was like, I don't want any part of this. He was trying to get away.
Me out of here.
He kind of got sucked into it.
Yeah, not everybody likes to celebrate like Ovi does. So we just kind of let him do his thing.
Yeah.
What's it like been just mingling with the guys from different eras? There's so many different players here. The biggest grouping here, 50th anniversary season this team's ever had. What's this been like for you?
It's been great. I mean, obviously we're meeting people from the first team and the people that laid the foundation for the Capitals to be where they are now. Just all the different players coming back here. It feels like we just all get along. We have that common bond, and it's pretty special.
Is there anyone in particular you're looking forward to catching up with, or you've had a great catch up with so far?
Well, seeing like Johnny and Sotheby and Bradley, like those guys, those were from my first couple years. I hadn't really seen them at all. I've seen a lot of the guys from my era, but the guys from when I broke into the league, I hadn't seen them much. Oli Kolzik. So to get to catch up with those guys is pretty cool.
And they're all in the organization now too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're all around here. They're all working, scouting and doing different things. So that's pretty cool that the team has kind of brought them all in and keeping them around.
Catch us up on your situation. Where are you living? Are you have any connection to hockey? What are you up to?
Yeah, I'm living back in Winkler, Manitoba. I moved
Yes!
back
Love it,
home because why wouldn't you, right?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, beautiful Manitoba. So I coach my boys' hockey teams. I help coach a junior A hockey team.
Okay.
And I own a product called Lactigo with Carl Alsner and Jay Beagle.
All right.
Just a little side thing that we do. It's a sports performance thing. So it kind of keeps us in the game of hockey and keeps us connected and talking to each other all the time,
That's
which
awesome.
is great.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic. Well, Eric, it was great to see you and great to see all of you guys back here at Alumni Weekend. And F-16 flying in here back in the day and now here again. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me.
One of my favorite nicknames.
I love it.